Hello everybody from YouTube, Wagwan. Right, I just wanted to do a quick video. I've had a lot of comments saying I want to be like Danny G, I want to grow up just like you, or you're already grown and I want to be just like you, all this kind of shit, yeah. Fair play for wanting to. If you think that, you know, I'm more achieved than you are and I've achieved more in my life, or do you know what I mean, or you look up to me, whatever, fair play, do you know what I mean, right? There are people in this world that I look up to personally, and I aspire to be more like. I don't aspire to be like them though, but I aspire to have traits of them inside me to make me a better person. I'd like to explain something about me. I've always had it inside me. My dad definitely had it inside him. My brother has it to a certain degree. But there are two levels to what I'm going to explain to you now. Bipolar syndrome is you could never be like me unless you was bipolar. Bipolar is two personalities. Some people have more. I have like 2.5, which I'll explain to you. My brother has never really accepted his other side, so he's not exactly bipolar, but obviously when he loses it and goes on a nutty one, he is very, very Viking, let me put it that way. My dad has always been an absolute beast. R.I.P. Pops, but yeah, when he was on this earth, he was a beast. Everybody in Doncaster, where we're originally from, knew my dad. He was a bouncer on the doors for years. All the gypsies knew him, they all respected him. He was an absolute beast. We are all nice men, unless you get on the wrong side of us. If you get on the wrong side of us, then hell breaks loose, and it is hell. It's not like a normal situation. It's absolute hell for the person that we are going to inflict whatever pain and damage we are going to inflict on them. It's hell. The best way for me to describe this to you is there's two levels to this. Everybody in life has a little evil side inside them. Yeah, sorry, I've just got out the bath, so that's why I'm fucking soaking wet through. Right, so everybody in life, yeah, has an evil side inside of them. Everybody. Some people totally let that evil side develop its own personality. Because of some of the situations I've been in life, I have had to employ what I would call Berzeka rage. I am literally like a Viking Berzeka, but it's not me. The person who's talking to you now, I mean, he gets put to the back of my brain. Danny G, which is a totally separate person to the person that's talking to you now, is the one that does all the damage. And if I let Danny G out for too long, he takes control and I can no longer get control of him. When I was younger, there was no control in him whatsoever. Up to about the age of 32, if Danny G decided to hurt 1, 2, 10, however many people, they was getting hurt. Because I would rage out, I would see red, and I wouldn't even remember really what I'd done. Afterwards, the next day, people would come and tell me the shit that I'd done. And when I was hearing it from other people, it kind of didn't resonate with how the fuck have I done that kind of thing. I was very shocked at some of the things that I've done. But like I said, that's because of what I've been through in my life. I've been through a lot of grief, a lot of grief. I've had many situations where there's been more than 5 men against me alone. And sometimes them men have been told. Do you know what I mean, right? So I've had guns pointed at me. But what you got to understand is I'm not like a normal man. The people who have pointed guns at me, if you watch my YouTube, you know who you are. Mate, I've run them down. I've run them down. And basically, they've jumped in cars and drove off while I'm chasing the car down the road trying to rip doors off and stuff, yeah? Because I am not scared of nothing. I am. That's a lie. Danny, who you're talking to now, yes, things fear me, and you know what I mean? I do see some things sometimes as shocking, but Danny G ain't scared of nothing. Nothing shocks him. I've done some serious, violent things in my life. Always in self-defense, or always in defense of my loved ones or my family or my friends. I don't start trouble. I just fucking end it. Now, I'd like to show you a little snapshot. I'm going to let Danny G in for just a second, so you can see what happens to my actual physical being. I will change colour. My face will change. I will not look like me no more. I'm only going to do this for like a minute, because if I let him out for too long, I will not be able to pull him back. So, Ah! This is now Danny fucking G! Ah! So, if you want to be like me, hold on a minute. Right. So if you want to be like me, you would have to adopt that part of you. And believe me, it comes with grief, it comes with physical harm, it comes with being in situations where you are either going to die or you are going to kill whatever's in front of you. Now, I have been in them situations in my life, and I have had to develop this extra person inside me. But I hope that clears it up for you, and I hope now you realise that even though some of you want to be like me, unfortunately, you may not be able to get there. You may be able to get to the point where you can look after yourself, and you can do all the stuff that I've taught you on my training videos, and all the boxing, and all the sword fighting and stuff like that. But that killer instinct, the instinct to murder and kill and rip people in half and drink blood and stuff like that, that will only ever come if you go through serious, serious grief throughout your life, and you have to defend yourself like a rabid animal. Back in the day, it was known as Berzeka Rage, and if I lived back in the day, I would be a berserker, because I would be able to switch it on at will, especially when I was faced with 10,000 fucking men wanting to chop me up. It does make me stronger, it does make me faster, and it does make me more resilient than the normal man. I have had things smashed in the back of my head, like a 10-key weight bell in jail, a 10-key dumbbell, smashed in the back of my head, split my head fucking hard. Mate, Danny G switched on straight away, I didn't even feel it. I ripped that geezer limb from limb. Do you know what I mean, right? I'm not even joking with you. Seriously, it does make you faster, it does make you stronger, and it does make you more resilient. You all know I'm not a massive man. It's not like I take steroids. I'm a big guy, but I'm not massive by any stretch of the imagination. Do you know what I mean, right? I'm big enough to be tough and strong, but for my size, I lift more weight than what a man of my size who takes nothing, who is nearly 40 years of age, should do. Now, that is because when I go in the gym, I allow a little bit of the testosterone of Danny G to come into my body so I can lift more and go for longer. I do not let Danny G come out in the gym, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to put him away because of the environment I'm in. But I do let the testosterone of Danny G flow for a little bit, and that is why I am so fucking strong, so fit, and so resilient for nearly a 40-year-old man who, you all know, smokes cannabis. I do drink occasionally. I don't take drugs. I do eat quite healthy. I don't eat perfectly healthy, right? So I'm not like a picture of health, but I am as fit and strong as any fucker I know, right? Now, that is obviously the dual personalities giving me extra power. I will say the more dual personalities you've got, I do have a third in the background that I have never let materialise into a person. I just know it as Rage, and he just adds to Danny G and gives him more power, more resilience, and more strength when needed. So I hope that clears it all up for you people, yeah? Have a wicked day, keep subbing, hit that bell button, boys and girls. Peace out, yeah boy.